You've probably been hearing the rumors, right? GPT-6 is coming, it's going to change absolutely everything, and it'll make GPT-5 look like a basic calculator. And honestly, looking at the sheer pace of AI right now, you might actually be wondering if it's worth holding your breath for. Well, welcome back to AI Verdict, where we do the research so you don't have to. In this explainer, we're going to cut through the noise and walk through everything we actually know about GPT-6. The real timeline, the technical leaps, the actual use cases, and, yeah, the risks nobody's really talking about. Let's get into it. Now, OpenAI hasn't done some grand, formal press release for GPT-6 yet, but the hints, they are hiding in plain sight. Take April 2026, for example. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman jokingly told his employees to, quote, train GPT-6 with extra goblins. Sounds completely ridiculous, I know. But this seemingly absurd, offhand comment, it actually served as a massive public confirmation. It literally told the entire industry that yes, the GPT-6 model actually exists and is actively being built right now. But the stark contrast between all this internet hype and the actual reality is just fascinating. See, recently the internet completely mistook a finished pre-training run for GPT-6, but voice flow analysis revealed it was actually just 5.5. So a lot of what people are breathlessly hyping up as these exclusive mind-blowing GPT-6 features, things like advanced memory and autonomous planning, well, they're already secretly shipping right now. Because of this super blurred line, some think the next big leap might even just be named GPT 5.7. So, let's look at the road to GPT-6 and just how compressed this timeline really is. I mean, just look at this rapid-fire sprint. GPT-4 dropped in March 2023, and then OpenAI aggressively shipped GPT 4.1 and 4.5, taking the context window from 8K to over 1 million. It's wild. Then we saw GPT-5 land in August 2025, which introduced that brand new thinking mode. And just last month, in April 2026, they quietly released GPT 5.5. Codenamed SPUD. All of this momentum builds toward the massive question of what the next generation, which is expected by late 2026 or early 2027, will actually be. Which brings us to the technical leaps. Let's look inside this next generation of AI. Honestly, the most fundamental shift here is how the AI remembers you. Currently, every single time you open a ChatGPT window, it starts with total amnesia. It's kind of like meeting a coworker who just forgets who you are every single morning. Exhausting, right? But the GPT-6 promise is persistent memory. It's expected to actually remember you, your specific writing style, your past projects, your preferences. Tell it once, and it just knows. This is a massive shift from a forgetful software tool to a true personalized digital assistant. Next up is something you're going to hear a lot about, native agent mode. You'll hear this tech jargon constantly, but let's just define it plainly. Right now, AI gives you advice on how to do something. Native agentic capability means the AI doesn't just talk, it acts. It's built to actively orchestrate different software tools to autonomously complete those really messy, multi-step, real-world tasks on your behalf. So imagine this workflow in action. Step 1. You give the AI a messy task. Say, hey, organize all my scattered tax documents and fill out the forms. In Step 2, the AI autonomously browses your files, runs the calculations, and actually orchestrates the right software. And finally, Step 3, the task is just completed without you manually overseeing every single click. It actually does the work rather than just telling you how to do the work. It's a real game changer. But it really doesn't stop there. GPT-6 is expected to process live video and audio in real time. Imagine literally pointing your phone camera at a broken appliance in your kitchen, and the AI watches you and walks you through the fix, step by step. Crazy, right? On top of that, we expect to see autonomous, non-trivial coding, the ability to solve complex multi-step math proofs, and all of this running at lightning speed thanks to a highly efficient mixture of experts architecture. That basically means it only activates the parts of the model it actually needs. All of this is moving us significantly closer to true, general-purpose AI systems.
So, what are the real-world applications? Let's talk about the day-to-day impact.
The crucial takeaway here is that this AI becomes a true collaborator. For developers, GPT-6 could theoretically read your company's entire code base to suggest architectural improvements, or even write whole applications from a single paragraph. In customer service, support agents will remember a customer's entire history across every single interaction, so no more asking, can you verify your account again? And in healthcare, it acts as an incredible aid for doctors, analyzing vast medical records for diagnostic suggestions. It's absolutely a game changer across industries. But we have to look at the business reality here. specifically the ChatGPT plateau. Consider this genuinely stark piece of data: 22%. Daily time spent on ChatGPT in the US has actually dropped by 22% since July 2025. That's huge. Market share is flattening out, and competitors like Google Gemini and Claude are steadily climbing. The uncomfortable truth for OpenAI right now is that, despite their massive cultural impact, user growth is actually plateauing.
And you know what? That plateau leads to a massive monetization problem. Right now, only about 5% of ChatGPT users are actually paying subscribers. A massive 95% of people are just using the free tiers, which, let's be honest, costs OpenAI an absolute fortune in computing power to maintain. When you connect that user data to the revenue reality, the picture becomes perfectly clear. Subscriptions account for roughly 70% of OpenAI's total revenue. So GPT-6 isn't just some fun, flashy technological upgrade. It is a critical business survival move. They desperately need a new wow moment to convince that massive pool of free users that it is finally time to pull out their credit cards and upgrade. And this whole dynamic has completely split the industry. Tech press outlets like TechRadar and Wired are running these breathless, hyped-up headlines, while places like Futurism are actually warning of ChatGPT fatigue. Venture capitalists are seeing massive growth, sure, but experts like Gary Marcus offer a real note of caution. He stated, "We might be hitting a curve of incremental gains rather than exponential ones." So the actual leap to GPT-6 might end up feeling more evolutionary than revolutionary. Which brings us to the hidden risks. Let's look beyond the hype.
The capabilities of GPT-6 really do amplify some existing threats. We're looking at the potential for highly confident misinformation generated at scale. Then there's the privacy issue. Persistent memory means your intimate personal data lives long-term on OpenAI servers. We also face the threat of highly convincing deepfakes and malicious autonomous agents. And socioeconomically, the risk of rapid job displacement is very real. Now, OpenAI is actively working to build in safety filters and ensure compliance with strict new laws, like the EU AI Act, but make no mistake, we are absolutely navigating uncharted territory here. Which brings us to our final thought. The AI you use 6 months from now will be vastly different. It's going to function way less like a software tool and much more like an ever-present digital companion. But it leaves us with a profound question to ponder. Are we truly ready for an AI that remembers us perfectly? Think about the true cost of that convenience, and let us know what you think. Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and we'll see you